Today's video is sponsored by AG1. So welcome back to Outdoors with the Morgans. I'll tell you what, we got to get a fire going. It is a chilly one out there today. I let the fire go out there. Last night it was getting pretty hot in here. Our weather has been all over the place. It went from real cold and snowy for about a week to rain, warm, and a big mess. Back to cold and snowy. It's real windy out there right now. So in the wintertime like now, my morning routine usually consists of coming over the building here about 5:15, get the fire going, answer a few emails, do a little editing. And another thing that I do each morning is pull out my phone and check the trail camera videos from down at the cabin and out by the clearing. Down at the cabin, there is always something going on down there. Turkeys, nonstop, deer. Now the buck, even before deer season, we always get pictures of buck at night, even the small ones. I mean, very seldom during the day do they come right to the cabin, but at night, they're right there at the cabin. And the day before deer season, I got one video of one buck that I've never seen before. Well, I take that back. I think I saw him last year. He was smaller, but the reason I'm pretty sure it's the same buck is his tines, the brow tines, are ginormous. They're like a foot long. But this is by far the biggest buck that I've ever seen down there. And I know other parts of the country, it's a pretty big buck no matter where you're at, really. But this thing is a dandy. And he was there the day before hunting season at I think about 4 o'clock in the morning. And that's the only video I have of him. I checked that camera the other day and I pulled the memory card out and swapped it out because I use those spy point cameras and they work great. They send the videos to your phone, but you only get so many downloads a year. You can buy extra. So every once in a while, I'll take the memory card out, put another one in, kind of spend a couple hours and go through them all and see which ones I want to keep or delete. Because from the beginning of September till just the other day, I got over 4,000 video clips from right there at the cabin. And 99% of them are turkeys and deer. So I enjoy that. I do. I like the trail cameras. I like the food plots. I don't know. The older I get, the more I enjoy that type of stuff than actually hunting. I did get a decent buck this year here, and that was great. A lot of fun. Hope to do the same thing again next year, but I enjoy the whole process as much, if not more, than the actual hunting anymore. I do. But speaking of morning routines, I mentioned earlier today's video was sponsored by AG1. AG1 is so much more than greens. It's your daily drinkable scoop of vitamins, minerals, probiotics, and whole foods sourced ingredients in one, validated by research and formulated for you. AG1 helps your whole body, brain, and gut health thrive. AG1 is designed to replace multiple supplements by covering a nutritional gap with a comprehensive blend of nutrients. AG1 has both prebiotics and probiotics that help break down food. The vitamin B in it helps support energy. Also helps with immune support. Nobody likes getting sick. AG1 gives you the vitamins, minerals, phytonutrients from whole foods that help you cover your nutrient gaps. Another thing that I really like about AG1 is they make a great product, but they don't just sit back on their heels. They're constantly making revisions as science advances and striving for excellence. Go to drinkag1.com/outdoorswiththemorgans or scan the QR code to subscribe and save $20 off your first subscription of AG1. Thanks to AG1 for sponsoring today's video. All right, so last night we had just a little bit of snow. But it got cold, really cold. It is late in the afternoon right now, and it's only about 18 degrees, and it's kind of breezy. But daughter Eva came home from college. She's getting ready right now. I'm going to take her out to the mini cabin, and we'll fire up the big buddy heater in there. She's going to sit in the mini cabin, and I'm going to take the buggy down towards Levi's place. And I'll leave it there. I'm just making my plan as I go along here. I'll leave the buggy there at his place or nearby, and I'll hike up through the valley towards daughter Eva and see if we can't push her a big buck. We'll see what happens here. But it's a nice afternoon to be hunting. Like I said, a little bit windy, but besides that, there's a little snow on the ground you can see, and we will reward ourselves when we're done by going and sitting by the wood stove, no matter what happens, because it's cold. All right, Eva, you gonna be able to stay warm out here?
I hope so. I'm all bundled up, so I should be able to.
Yeah, I don't know, it's cold.
It's really cold.
It's not bad. I'm gonna be walking, but when you're sitting still, but I got that big buddy heater in there. We'll get it going. You can hang out by it, and we'll see what happens.
All right.
All right, we got daughter Eva in the mini cabin, all safe and sound. I'm telling you what, it's cold in there. It is. I do have the big buddy heater running, but you know, it's not insulated or anything. The wind whips through the windows there. It's cold, but she's only going to be in there about an hour. Like I said, I'm going to take this trail right over here, drive down to Levi's place. We'll park on the hill up above his house, then walk down to Maple Grove and come up through, see what happens. Normally, I would not, like if I didn't have the buggy right now and was just walking, I would walk all the way around on the main road and come in that way, because you know I'm going to be coming up through here, but this thing, it doesn't bother them like it does if you're walking. If you're walking, they run out about 200 yards ahead of you, they'll take off, but with this, they just kind of let you drive by. So we'll get to where we need to go and then start hiking. By the way, I talked to neighbor Cliff this morning. He had a bear in his yard last night, and you know, it seems kind of late in the year for that. You'd think they would be hibernating. And I asked Cliff, I said, where do they hibernate at, like around here? You know, we don't have like caves and things like that. And he said, those black bear, I didn't know this, that they will literally just like curl up against a fallen tree and hibernate right there, you know, kind of back in a little bit, but you always thought that they needed like a regular den or something, but that's not really the case, he said, and he would know. All right, there is no being quiet today. Frozen, snow-covered leaves, but that's all right. I'm just trying to see if we can move some deer. Eva is about, I don't know, 1,000 feet, 1,200 feet in front of me. This may work out. I saw a couple on that far hill over there heading right towards her. They look small though. There's one running right up the hill to Eva. I can't, oh, there's a bunch down there actually. One was going right up the hill that way. Eva's in a mini cabin straight out ahead of it. Another one broke off over there. She should be able to see them. Not this one right now, but she will. This is down in front of her. All right, I just texted Eva. She saw 4 doe. I only saw 2 of them. I'm going to walk up here maybe just another 50 yards and head back to the buggy. And I think I'll take her over to the other hill, over behind my mom's. We have these holly trees, just kind of, you'll find them randomly in different places, but it's kind of nice to see a little bit of green this time of year. Nice little trees. Got these little spruce trees as well. Eva has only been in the mini cabin about 45 minutes, maybe an hour, but she's going to be ready to get in the heated cab here, I'm sure. I was walking across that side hill down there and I took a spill. I don't care what kind of boot you're wearing, when you're walking on the side hill and you step on a limb, like a branch that's going down the hill, you're going down. You know what I mean? Especially these maples. They're smooth and they're pointed down the hill underneath that little bit of snow. You step on that, boom. But like I said, you're on a side hill, so you don't have far to fall. That's good. Yeah, when I walked up through here, I just came to about this point right here. And there's like a point out there in front of the mini cabin. It's real thick down in there. So you like to kind of peek your way into that just a little bit. And then I just backtracked out of there. But I'll go pick her up and we'll go for a ride. What'd you see, Eva?
I saw about 6 doe probably, and then I saw 1 doe run right by me, but no bucks.
No bucks. You cold?
This hand is.
Why just one hand?
I don't know. Everything else feels fine though.
Down in there. Your mom and I stopped here the other day. Peeked out there, and the longer we stood there, they just kept like running across the valley. They like to lay on this side right here. Go right up here. Yep. Good eyes. Good eyes, Eva. There's a few of them. We don't know how many, but they're way, way over there. Like way over there. They're headed towards that valley right behind the house. But yeah, this is what we call the scenic overlook. Just because you can see a long way. A lot of times they like to lay right in here. And you'll get out here and go for a little walk and they'll just kind of keep going. But we're going to go up before it gets dark. We'll head up the old apple orchard. All right, so it's going to get dark soon.
Yeah.
How many did we see, Eva?
We saw probably over 30 doe.
Yeah, literally everywhere in the property.
They were running all over.
And you kind of hurt my feelings today, Eva. You know why?
Because he can't see.
I have always prided myself on still being able to see long distances. And I think I can. Now, I'll admit it, reading, I got to have the reading glasses. I can't see anything. But she saw 90% of the deer before I did. And You got really, really good eyes. Or mine are really bad. I don't know which it is, but she'd say, there's one over there. And I'd look, and I'm like, where? She's like, on the other side of the hill. I'd look the whole way up the other top of the hill. She goes, it's a doe. She's not even looking through the binoculars, and it's a doe. I'm like, I don't know. We're going to try the same thing tomorrow, though. What do you think?
Yeah.
All right. So once again, it is first thing in the morning, and it is a chilly morning. It's about 15 degrees outside, but it's nice and toasty inside the building here. I've been pretty busy this morning. I came over here about 4:15 and have been bagging up some fire starter, kind of getting a jump on things. Last night I worked on that till about 10 o'clock. It's kind of like the movie Groundhog Day around here in the wintertime, but in a good way. I like a good routine. So during the day, Levi, he'll be up here in a little bit, but Levi, Hannah, Melissa, and myself, we've got it down to about 4 bags of fire starter per minute. That's just bagging, twisty tie, label, and putting it in boxes or bags, shipping bags. So we have the boxes of 10, boxes of 5, and 2 for 25 that go into a shipping bag. But we're down to about 4 bags a minute, and that's after the product's made. That is just in packaging, weighing it, the whole 9 yards. So I found a couple ways that I think will even speed that up a little bit more. We ordered a twisty tie machine just to put the twisty tie on, and it was expensive. It was, and I've been kind of dragging my feet on that for a long time because of the price. But I did some math. We're at about 4 bags a minute right now, and it takes like one person about 15 seconds, believe it or not, to put a twisty tie on the bag after it comes off the bagging machine and to put the label on the bag. It's about 15 seconds. So, with that being said, I ordered a twisty tie machine, and we're also getting new bags that will already have the labels on them, front and back. Yeah. And they're pretty expensive as well, and you have to buy a whole bunch of them. But if you could take that 15 seconds and turn that into 3 seconds, like the twisty tie machine, the bag comes off the bagger, you spin it, you stick it in, and it twisty tie it. 4 ties on it. It's an amazing machine. I've been sitting there watching YouTube videos on twisty tie machines, but I think that is the next step, and we should have that in the next week or two. So the fire starter will be available soon. Once again, then that will definitely be it till after the first of the year. Talked to Dean. I'm going to get some from him probably right around Christmas as well. We've been making it and just trying to keep up, but yeah, it's going good. What else is going on? Oh, we were talking about a bear over at neighbor Cliff's there the other night. Well, once again, this morning, my normal routine checking trail camera pictures, we had a visitor at the cabin last night. And like Cliff was saying, it's pretty late in the year for them to be out running around, but we had a decent-sized black bear right there at the cabin. I think it was about 5:42 in the evening. But I've been getting all kind of videos from down there. It's so cool to watch all that stuff. Turkeys, deer, bear, turkeys and deer together. And some of the turkeys are just ginormous. They really are. And they come and go. But it's like a whole wildlife sanctuary down there. We'll have to, can't wait to get that all finished up. But I mentioned before, I've never been in a big rush with the cabin. It's like just enjoyable to me going down there, working, and getting things done. Like, I don't know. I just can't picture, once everything's done, going down there and just sitting in the cabin. You know what I mean? I like all the work involved in getting it the way that we want. And eventually, like I said, it will be a place where, you know, you can go out and ride four-wheelers or the side-by-side or go hunting. But it's in a nice area where you can go do things during the day and just come back and hang out by the fire and sleep there. That's kind of what it's going to be for. It's not like our forever home or anything like that. It's small. It's real small, but it'll be perfect for what we need down there. So we'll be working on that. I need a couple days where it warms up a little bit, and I'll go down and work on the tongue and groove some more. Then get the shower house connected to the cabin. But I would say by late spring, late spring, early summer, we should be pretty good shape down there. So I'm looking forward to that. But today, we're going to bag up some more fire starter, probably going to cut some firewood. And then later on, I think daughter Eva's coming back again. We're going to go out, hunt some more. But it's been a great year for deer hunting. I'd like to see Eva get one, but just to be able to go out on your own property in an afternoon and see 30 deer is just fantastic. But they're a little jumpy right now. You know, normally we saw a lot of them just when we were going from place to place. And normally on the side-by-side, they just kind of watch you go by. But it's that time of year. You know, they've been hunted a little bit, and they're a little bit jumpy right now. They are, but hopefully she sees a buck. But anyway, I think that's about it for today's video. It's been all over the place, but that's okay. I like videos like that, you know. Appreciate y'all being here, and I will catch you on the next one.